watching, laughing together. Rumi gently runs her hand along the polished side of a snow-white yacht. Their daughter stands on the pier, waving a soft sadness visible in her eyes. Lowering the shot, the yacht slowly pulls away, propellers turning bright as your water. Jinu and Rumi stand at the stern, waving until their daughter fades into a dot. Close up, Mira's face behind the column, her eyes burning with pure hatred. Mira clenches her fist tightly, a crumpled boarding pass trapped in her hand. Jinu films Rumi as she twirls happily in a flowing summer dress. Rumi smiles and blows an air kiss straight into the camera lens. Mira pours wine into a glass, her hand shaking uncontrollably with tension. Mira puts on a polite mask and steps toward the smiling couple. Jinu takes a selfie with Rumi. Mira lurks behind tray, held like a shadow. Mira hands the glass to Rumi, their eyes lock briefly, charged with tension. Rumi takes a sip while Jinu wraps his arm protectively around her shoulders. Mira retreats to the cabin, spotting a joyful photo of Rumi on her phone. Enraged, Mira smashes the phone screen violently against the table edge. Evening falls as yacht spotlights ignite, cutting through the surrounding dark ocean. Jinu and Rumi dance tango on deck, shimmering lights reflecting across the water. Mira watches through glass, her face warped by dancing reflections of light. Mira descends into the technical compartment, air thick, dark, and unbearably hot. She grabs a wrench and strikes a pipe, sending sparks into the darkness. Mira opens the control panel slowly, a sinister smile spreading across her face. Action erupts as she empties a water bottle onto sparking circuit boards. Blinding flash, short circuit triggers, lights across the entire yacht begin flickering. Jinu and Rumi stand at the bow, unaware, clinking glasses in celebration. Sound cue hits, a violent engine roar, followed by sudden crashing silence. White shot reveals an explosion aft. Tears under Mira's force, Rumi panics completely. Wine soaks Rumi's long limbs, hair sticking together and turning red. Tears begin forming in Rumi's eyes, her composure finally breaking. Rumi and Mira drop to their knees, desperately trying to fix everything. Mira whispers that stains won't wash out and hair must be fixed. Mira pulls sharp scissors from her purse or grabs them nearby. A subtle devilish smirk crosses Mira's face while no one notices. Mira grabs Rumi's long braid, shocked Rumi panics, but trust her. The first cut lock of hair falls silently to the ground. Gasp loudly, some turn away, unable to watch the scene. Lightning goes frenzied, cutting chaotically, uneven chunks falling everywhere. Rumi sobs uncontrollably as tears wash makeup down her face. Mira slices sharply, severing the braid almost completely at the root. Rumi kneels, hair in clumps, nearly bald strands scatter around. Mira holds the severed braid proudly, like a victorious trophy. Rumi touches her head and releases a silent, wordless scream. Cut to a clock. Jinu waits at the altar, growing anxious.